Hi there. I wanted to take this time to talk a little bit about relationships and how I've been trying to heal my marriage with my husband. We've been together for 9 years now, and like most people, we grew up with our fair share of traumas and abuses. All humans have experienced some level of trauma and abuse at home or in the school systems that we're subjected to, or just even if you haven't experienced it directly, you have bared witness to your friends who've experienced trauma. We're all connected energetically. We all experience psychic trauma through the wars that are happening on this planet, the slavery that continues to happen, the psychological manipulation. We all experience so much, so it's no wonder that our relationships are struggling. Our partnerships and our relationships with our families, with our parents, with our siblings, they're all struggling. As children, when we experience trauma and abuse, it creates a huge need in our egos for love and for attention and comfort. These needs grow and we end up projecting them onto our partners in adult life. And the need of attention that we didn't get maybe from our parents. Maybe there were too many children in our family, or our parents were completely distracted with just trying to survive. Or maybe one of our parents abandoned us, or maybe they were addicts. Oh my gosh, the list goes on and on and on and on about different scenarios. Also, I have a stuffy nose because I have allergies, but I feel amazing. Even through all this struggle, I feel amazing because humanity is beginning to really want to heal. And I see this in so many people I talk to. We are all experiencing this adventure of human ascension during this time of the Kali Yuga or apocalypse. There's so many names and terms that we can give to what's happening. But whatever it is, it's good. It's good. And it's going to get messy, yes, as all of our shadows and dark bits and the dark energy we have encasing our souls and our spirits, as that comes up for examination, for love, for transmutation. Yeah, things get chaotic, because most people aren't aware of what is happening in terms of the cosmos or our own awakening. So they just are experiencing anger, frustration, jealousy, envy, greed, all these things that are deep down in our soul are coming up. And if we're partnered, then a lot of times our partner gets the brunt of all our dark issues, And one of the things that I've heard people talk about a lot is that they're not getting their needs met, so we expect our partners to fulfill our needs. And I laugh because that's an impossible task. Our egos are always in need. I believe that the solution is not to look outside of us for happiness and joy, but to really cultivate healing within and heal our egos. We can't kill the ego. We're not supposed to have it die. Sometimes people talk about ego death. I used to when I was first learning about everything. We need our egos. They help us to remember things and to guide us and direct us in the spatial reality that we have. But our egos have gotten so sick, and we now identify ourselves with our egos. We think we are our ego. These are definitely things to learn about. And my first introduction to all this was from Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth and the Power of Now. Just amazing how his words, written very simplistically yet beautifully, convey the exact problems that we're having on Earth. And a lot of us are very sick and dysfunctional. And then we expect our partner to somehow be able to make it better and heal it. There's a lot of codependency going on. There's a lot of parents who have told me, I can't be happy unless my children are happy. Well, a lot of children aren't happy right now. A lot of young adults are experiencing addiction and abuse in their relationships. There's a lot of parents confused. What happened? They say, it wasn't like this when I was young. I saw a documentary about the mental health crisis in Florida. Oh my God. All these teenagers trying to commit suicide. It's escalating, as it will do, because everything's rising to the surface. And parents, especially because no one's really, the majority of people are still unaware that we're going through this amazing awakening. Parents are like really struggling and confused and have no idea what to do. So those relationships are struggling. For me personally, I've dealt with a lot of codependency my entire life. I'm an empath, which means I could feel others' emotions in my own body. And I've been learning in the last 3-4 years how to empower myself and decide what I want to feel. Okay, this is a complicated thing because I automatically can sense other people in my body. I just know what mood they're in. I know what they're feeling. I also know what they need. So it's been kind of easy for me to give my partners what they need in terms of emotional support, affection, love, listening to them. That part's been easy for me. But having my own needs met has been complicated. And I have definitely had so many expectations of my partners. If he would only listen to me, if he would be romantic with me, if he would think that I was the most amazing person in the world, then I'll be happy. I laugh now because I see the impossibility and the ridiculousness of it. No, I wouldn't be happy just because, my partner was suddenly doing the things I thought I wanted. I would probably my ego would find some excuse to not be happy. So I've been really diligently working on making myself happy from within. Okay. So that means deciding what do I like to do. Sometimes just sitting and meditating and feeling my inner reality and the waves of love that I can feel from the divine one, from God. When I focus on my heartbeat or the pulse in my hands or my crystals. A lot of people say, not to bother with these sorts of new agey things, right? But for me, being an empath, I can feel their vibration. I could feel the energy from them. And I don't try to use crystals to do magic or spells or anything. I just like to be close to them. You know, the animal kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, they all have their own unique vibration. And for me to focus on it is sort of a meditation to see what I could feel from the crystals. I got this as well, the hematite pyramid. So yeah, I started to become more healthy when I stopped having expectations of my husband to make me happy. Now, this is not easy. It's not something that can be done overnight. I'm still working on it. I'm a long way from where I was. But the funny thing is that when I started to focus on making myself feel better in healthy ways, that's when my husband started to actually do all the things that I had previously tried to make him do. For example, he has a pretty hectic job, and so he would come home and right away go on his phone, you know, to distract himself or to answer work emails, bringing work home with him. And I would be there wanting to talk and wanting to engage and wanting love from him, wanting his attention and his kisses and everything. And he just wasn't able to do it. He had stress and he didn't want to pass that stress to me, or often he did pass it to me. He could be very grumpy and growly sometimes, you know, like all of us. But, you know, I started to see myself. I could see myself. Well, you're not going to give me a hug and kiss. You're not going to do this. Like, honestly, I know that should be a requirement to kiss your wife when you come home. It's just nice, but let's stop needing it. Let's stop expecting it. Let's allow that person, if they want to do it, you know? And I started to practice this. I started to come home myself and do a meditation, you know, a cleaning meditation where I focus on cleaning the energies of the day. And then I would stretch and do yoga, and I would make myself a cup of tea. And this has now become a sort of ritual for myself. And my confidence rose. And I felt better about myself. And I kept doing it. And now, because I'm used to this, I no longer have that neediness energy. You know, the energy of, the pulling energy of needing his attention. And because I no longer am producing that energy, he's becoming lighter, and he's starting to kiss me and hug me when he comes home from work. And that feels great. It feels great because I just let go. And I think that in relationships, when we let go of expectations, you know, I mean, honestly, don't stay in an abusive situation. Get out as fast as you can, because we need to protect ourselves too, you know. But if you're in, you know, it's a relationship where the person's maybe doesn't pay attention to you, or they're a little bit lazy about, you know, being a spouse, use your reactions as a base. We're all reactive. Human beings are so reactive. We get our pain bodies, like Eckhart Tolle says. All of a sudden, he's not kissing me, he's not this, you know, and just the fights start. So I started to use my reactions. I would feel the pain inside me. Rejection. Okay. Oh, look, my husband's just come home and he's on the sofa scrolling on his phone. Then I started to judge. He's so addicted to that phone. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so glad that I'm not as addicted to my phone as he is. Oh my God. You know, these are the things I would say. I'm so glad I'm not doing that anymore because I feel liberated. But yeah, I started to use my pain body. I would notice it. I had noticed the judgments and the critiques of him because I felt rejected. And then I started to say, whoa, okay, if I'm feeling rejected, how can I make myself feel whole? And that's when I started to do these deep meditations. I felt so good about being just with myself and my soul, you know. And now that I've been doing this for a while, and with everybody in my life, not just my husband, I do this with coworkers and friends, I just don't have expectations. I don't have expectations. It's freeing me. It can free everybody. If we nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves and love ourselves and not expect anyone else to do it, because people are just too damn sick. People are so sick now, they can't give you always what you need. So we must learn how to do it ourselves and be happy with it. Okay. I love you. Have a great night.